were a shit-covered peasant just like the rest of us.
Not spatula Kong. Ah!
Be cool. Ignore your parents. Stay out late. Drop out of school.
It's right on the corner of Route 25 and Get a Whiff Boulevard, right beside Bill's Dirty Mattress Alley.
Captain Adam's Happy Hour.
It's Captain Adam's Happy Hour. Right here on Captain Adam's VHS Pirate Ship.
Captain Adam's Happy Hour.
It's Captain Adam's Happy Hour. Right here on Captain Adam's VHS Pirate Ship.
Ahoy there, everybody. How's it going out there? How's your week? Welcome aboard the VHS Pirate Ship, and welcome to Captain Adam's Happy Hour. I'm Captain Adam, as you've probably figured out by now. If you haven't, well, here I am. I'm Captain Adam. So how's it going? How's everybody doing out there? We got Auntie Puma checking in. Thank you for being here, Auntie Puma, my honorary aunt, Puma. She always checks in on Rob's Vintage Video, the Rob's Vintage Video channel on Friday nights for Friday Night Tape Talk with Rob and the Captain. She's one of our favorite viewers, and she's always with us. So, yes, indeed. Thank you for joining me here tonight for the happy hour, a new time slot, just trying some, it's all about experiment. It's the last one I did at 5 p.m., this one I'm doing at 7 p.m. Of course, that's Eastern Standard Time, 10 o'clock on the coast. And so I'm just trying to, see what works best. I might go back to 5 o'clock. I don't know. Who knows? I just want to do something new this week. Oh, it's all about keeping it fresh. And what we got? Oh, speaking of Rob, we got Rob's Vintage Video checking in with us right now. Hey, Rob, how's it going, buddy? My favorite YouTube pal. If it wasn't for YouTube, I wouldn't know him. That's great. The miracles of the future. And say what you will about the internet and social media, it does have its merits because there is some good out there, but most of social media is used for ill, and it's all possessed by demons, with the exception of a few things, such as meeting new people like Rob and Auntie Puma, and that's all fun stuff. So let's see. Well, here we are, Wednesday, halfway through the week. Yeah, it's happy Wednesday to you. It's Hub Day, as they say. How's your week? It's almost over. If hopefully you're having a good week. Have you had a good week? Let me know out there. What were you getting into this week? Let's see. I had a pretty good week. I really did. That was a pretty cool stuff at the thrift store. We'll get into that later with the new Thrift Store Scores segment here coming up. Nothing too good. It is good, but you take what you can get sometimes. Oh, Larry's checking in. Hardcat Dad. Hi, Larry. How's it going, buddy? Yes. Larry, great guy. Another friend that checks in constantly on Friday Night Tape Talk with Rob and the Captain. That's another friend that I've met through YouTube and all that entails. So yeah, again, YouTube, good stuff. Well, at least it can be. Not always, but it can be. So let's see here. Well, speaking of Friday Night Tape Talk with Rob and the Captain, I am going to do a little shameless self-promotion here, and I'm going to, even though everybody watching already knows about the show, but let me go ahead and just cue this up. Enjoy.
Friday Night Tape Talk with Rob and the Captain. The live stream with the Dream Team.
As much as we like to scoff at Disney tapes here on the show, we do, of course, have Disney tapes in our collection. Whoops. What happened there? Did we lose the feed? We lost the feed. Okay.
Friday Night Tape Talk with Rob and the Captain. The live stream with the Dream Team.
As much as we like to scoff at Disney tapes here on the show, we do, of course, have Disney tapes in our collections. It's unavoidable with any VHS collection.
Sure we do.
Sure you do. I, of course, went into the Black Diamond thing myth as well, but not. I got this for $1, and I always thought Sword in the Stone was more of an underrated Walt Disney cartoon because I'm always a big fan of sword and sorcery stuff, and this reeks of sword and sorcery. I mean, it's. I think it's a great cartoon. Loved this as a kid, and now I have the Black Diamond, which is worth thousands of dollars apparently. Go fuck yourself.
Hopefully, yeah, I wish.
Live stream with the Dream Team. The live stream with the Dream Team. Rob from Rob's Vintage Video and Captain Adam from Captain Adam's VHS Pirate Ship. The live stream with the Dream Team. The live stream with the Dream Team. The Dream Team. The Dream Team. Friday Night Tape Talk with Rob and the Captain. Live and in living color, baby. TGIF like wow.
Wow, wow, wow.
Total Tape-O-Rama. Rama. Friday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern on Rob's Vintage Video on YouTube. Friday Night Tape Talk with Rob and the Captain.
That was weird. I went to play the video and stepped away for a second, and it just stopped. Oh, we lost the feed, ladies and gentlemen. Lost the feed. But you can't have that. I mean, this live stream stuff is odd, all live. It's live. It's like live television. Anything can happen. Anything can happen, and anything will happen, indeed. That's just how it goes. So, yeah, definitely check out Friday Night Tape Talk with Rob and the Captain over on Rob's Vintage Video right here on YouTube. Of course, judging by the chat, you probably already... probably already know that. But, Thanks, Rob. I know you always appreciate my work. I appreciate that. Yeah, Rob's Vintage Video, great show, man. I love doing it. Rob, thanks a lot for having me on that show, and I'm glad you have it. Rob's Vintage Video, great channel. Go check them out. I don't know why I'm really saying this. Everybody in the chat already knows about it. But just in case you're watching later down the road, or maybe you're watching and you're too shy to comment right now, and you're new to the channel, definitely check out Rob's Vintage Video right here on YouTube. You will not be disappointed, especially on Friday nights with the live stream with the Dream Team. That's Rob from Rob's Vintage Video, and myself, Captain Adam from Captain Adam's VHS Pirate Ship. Yes, it's the live stream with the Dream Team, the Streamo Supremo with the Captain that makes it happen, and the Rob that makes it throb. Right over there on Rob's Vintage Video on YouTube, Friday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern. Friday Night Tape Talk, Rob and the Captain. Yes, indeedy. Well, as you all know, I am a fan of out of context stuff. And I made a little video a while back. I mean, not my best work, but I was just kind of going with what I was working with. Couldn't find the exact audio rips that I wanted, but I did make it work for this, as they say. So enjoy. Who's yeah. Oh, LOL yourself, big dog. Let's see. Anyways, so please, oops, wrong button. Now hide that. Damn, man, what a sensitive mouse pad, not mouth pad. Anyways, so yeah, here we go. Here's out of context Poltergeist 1 and 2. Enjoy. Hopefully it doesn't cut off right when I'm in the middle of picking my nose like it did last time. So here, check it out.
I take my goldfish to school.
You're not a man, are you?
What about Dunkin' Donuts? Ask Dad. Ask Dad. Ask Dad. Will you put these on me so I can be a ballerina with wings?
Okay, I'm not a man.
Oh, puke, don't be such an infant.
I'm not your mother, lady.
Get off my car.
Ask Dad. Ask Dad.
You want to see Mommy lying in a cigar box covered with licorice?
Ask Dad. Ask Dad. Ask Dad.
I'm a girl. I like selling vacuums. I like carrying the pipes and the apparatus.
Ask Dad. Ask Dad.
Great, I'll just have to grow up retarded.
Let's get the kids up and we'll paint the car different colors. Kind of day glow like we used to do when we were kind of freaky. The freaky freelings on the road again. That.
Ask Dad. Ask Dad. Ask Dad.
Come on, Rob. Kids don't grow up retardo. When I sign that letter, I'm signing Mr. President. Cookie. We're dancing down to my bed. We're dancing down the hall.
Hi.
Ask Dad. Ask Dad. Ask Dad. I'm gonna be a ballerina.
Nicky Nuck. Wow.
Ask Dad. Ask Dad.
Don't tell me what Cookie can do.
Hey, Pumpkin.
Ask Dad. Ask Dad. Ask Dad. Ask Dad.
Freaky Nicky Nuck. Wow.
Ask Dad.
Oh, whoops, we're back. Sorry, folks. Had a little technical issue. The video wasn't quite as long as I thought. Let's see. Hope you enjoyed that. Again, not my best work. I tend to enjoy the out of context Ernest the best as far as that goes. Out of context stuff. So let's see. Yes, indeed. All right. I think we're ready to get on with the show here. I appreciate you hanging out and sticking with me. Let's see. I watched some movies this week. I always watch a movie nightly, or at least I try to. And I watched one last night that you might not think I got a kick out of, but I did get a kick out of it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it way more than I probably should have. But hold on. When I came across it, was free on YouTube. I just watched it. It was Sweet Home Alabama, the 2002 film with Reese Witherspoon, romantic comedy, sure, but it wasn't. It wasn't really what I would think of when I think of rom-coms. I'm not a fan of rom-coms, but I was I was an okay fan of that. It was pretty enjoyable. So yeah, laugh at me if you want. That's fine. But yeah, I did enjoy Sweet Home Alabama. I wasn't the biggest fan of the soundtrack. It was a bunch of early 2000s pop songs, and well, you can just jump off a cliff with that stuff. I don't care about that stuff at all. But it is what it is. Yeah. Yeah, Ask Dad. Yes, that was that. Definitely, you listen to that conversation between those two kids, the brother and his sister. Definitely sounds like a bunch of, well, they're special, aren't they? That's what it sounds like, out of context. That's what I like about that. And I know I probably leaned into that one a little too thick on that video, but I just liked it so much. Puma liked it too. Thank you. Puma, are you speaking of the out of context Poltergeist or Sweet Home Alabama? Because I'm fine with either one. Then I also watched The Birdcage earlier this week with, of course, Robin Williams and Nathan Lane. One of my absolute favorite films. Love that film so much. It definitely a comfort watch. I had to watch it again. I do have it on VHS. Watched it on VHS, but I threw it somewhere. So I don't have it readily available right now, but to show you. But yeah, great movie. Love that movie. I think it's hilarious. Nathan Lane didn't win an Academy Award for that. I don't think he was even nominated for that role. I mean, I think that's criminal, to tell you the truth. I mean, Nathan Lane definitely steals the show. And what's great about it is Robin Williams, of course, he's good in it too, but he's not like Robin Williams. Usually, the problem I have with Robin Williams is he goes too far with most of his roles. He's too over the top sometimes. I don't really like that too much. And but in The Birdcage, he's like really, really reserved for the most part. But he's like, yeah, I really enjoy him playing that kind of role. He's like the straight man. Well, not straight, you know what I'm saying. But comedically, he's like the straight man. He's like the Abbott to Nathan Lane's Costello. Oh, yes. Let's see here. Come on, move up. Damn, man, this mouse pad. I need to get my mouse pad tuned up. Auntie Pim was talking about Sweet Home Alabama. Yeah, like I said, I was pretty surprised that I liked it. Usually I'm not a fan of romantic comedies, but that one really hit the spot. And it was just one of those things where I was like, you know what? I'm going to watch this. I'm glad I did. Puma concurs about The Birdcage. Yeah, it's just a great movie. Gene Hackman's awesome in it. And of course, what's the lady's name? I can never remember her name, even though I should. She was the mom in The Lost Boys. She was in Parenthood. What's her name? But she's in that too, and she does an absolutely fabulous job. She's just great. Of course, was it Callista Flockhart? Yeah, Callista Flockhart. Yeah, get a new name, okay? It's hard to say. She's pretty good at it too, but it's like she's like supposed to be portraying a 19-year-old, but she's like 32 in that movie. She just and like at the end, like once they go over to the Armand and Albert's house for dinner, like to meet the parents and all that. Like she just looks like a little ragamuffin. She's like wearing like a potato sack looking thing. I don't know why she didn't dress up for that at least. Make an effort. Come on, lady. Yeah. Yeah, it was Yeah, I believe it was. I know it was also a film, but I think it was both of those were based on a play, which was Deux de Bocage or something like that. But yeah, I do know that it was adapted from a stage production, which I wouldn't mind watching sometime, especially if it was a movie as well, a French movie. Ah, gee, Rob, I don't like birds in cages. Oh, geez. Maya Angelou over here. Oh, I know now why the caged bird sings. Yeah, I don't like birds in cages either. But he doesn't mind them on wires. Birds, of course, he's referring to Birds on a Wire, which it's not a bad film either. Mel Gibson and Goldie Hawn flick. I did watch that last year. Not a bad film. Not a bad film. Definitely a film that should get more press than it has. But yeah, not a bad film at all. Not a bad film at all. Well, let's see. What else did I watch? What else did I watch? I watched Daryl. Remember Daryl? Well, it's what's the what do they call it? An acronym where it's DARYL. I watched that the other day. That was free on YouTube as well. But yeah, I liked it. It definitely ties in with like the mid '80s or maybe earlier '80s, just coming of age films. It's kind of like, it's about he's a robot, but he's not a robot. He has a robot brain, so it's kind of like a cyborg. Oh, it's a Terminator. It's a Terminator prequel. But yeah, I liked it. It's just sad. Those early '80s movies, man, they just love being sad, don't they? Daryl's definitely on that list, but certainly fits right in with all the other coming of age films of that era, in my opinion. But yeah, pretty good stuff. But yeah, that is that. Let's get into some new thrift store scores. As you know, I like thrifting, love thrifting. It's always an adventure. You never know what you're going to find. I used to go in looking exclusively for VHS tapes, but that's, as I've lamented on this show, and of course, Friday Night Tape Talk with Rob and the Captain, many other videos I've done where, at least in the areas where I frequent my haunts, that pool has all but dried up. Very, very rarely, seldomly do you find VHS tapes in thrift stores. So I always look for other things, and I find all kinds of nice little treasures. And here's my my more recent acquisitions for new thrift store scores. Here's something I had to pick up. A little Bart Simpson. It's not really plush. It's got plastic limbs. The body is soft, but everything else is hard plastic. I mean, you remember these things are everywhere. This is legit. It's 1990. This is down on the back. Can't really see it, but it's got an engraving on the back of his weird head. 1990 Bart Simpson. Just had to pick it up because it just reminded me of that era and how big the Simpsons were. I guess the Simpsons are always going to be big, but when they first came out, man, Simpson stuff was everywhere. And of course, these little dolls were everywhere. I really want to get the Homer one because Homer, obviously my favorite character. As a kid, you like Bart Simpson, but as you grow up, you love Homer. And so I always think it's neat to find early Simpsons merchandise in the wild. So certainly had to pick this up. And there's that. Let's see. Rob. Oh, what does Rob say about Daryl? Yeah, Rob loves Daryl, or Daryl, as it's officially known as, but Daryl is what everybody calls it because that's what it spells. And of course, yeah, do the Bartman. I used to have I wish I still had it. I used to have the single of that song. Remember the song? Well, of course you remember the song. You just said it. But yeah, I wish I still had that single, I should say. Let's see, what else? And I always look at books. The book section is always worth checking out in any thrift store because you always find some pretty neat stuff. At least I do, because I like older stuff. I like to find the older stuff, and this one I thought was pretty interesting. Had to pick it up, and the price was oh so right. It's Mads Believe It or Nuts. It's a spoof on Ripley's Believe It or Not, and it's just filled with a bunch of just completely obscene things. It's written by Frank Jacobs and Bob Clark, which I'm pretty sure is the same Bob Clark from A Christmas Story fame. And of course, the book in which that's from, In God We Trust, All Others Pay Cash. And I'm pretty sure that's the same Bob Clark, but I could be wrong about that. So yeah, this stuff is just completely ridiculous thing to have, and I'm glad to have it. And so yeah, there's that. That one, of course, I always like to look for horror books. Of course, anything spooky stuff, especially old ghost story books. And here we have Real Ghosts by Daniel Cohen. Pretty nice, pretty cool looking cover art there. Of course, the price tag still on it. Always like the thrift store, they put the price tag on it, and it like instantly gets super glued to the books. So take them off, you just pretty much ruin the book. People like to scoff at me when I say this, but I know they do this on purpose to damage the resale value, because they know what they're doing. I know if they put a sticky price tag on a book and you rip off the cover trying to get the price tag off, you're going to ruin the value. So, there goes your $3 you might have made on reselling the book. So I always, I hate price tags, always hated price tags on stuff. Oh, Don's here. Hello, Don. Yeah, has permission to come aboard. Of course you have permission to come aboard, my friend. Welcome aboard. I hope Nino had a good birthday the other day. Always glad to hear from you, Don. And yes, Larry concurs. Al King, ahoy. Oops. Let's see what's Rob saying. Yeah, I was a fan of both magazines. Was it Cracked that totally ripped off Mad, or at least the concept of it, or had that reversed? Because I know, of course, Mad gets all the press, but Cracked basically, I think, was around for the same amount of time. Maybe, I don't know. I don't want to say any kind of misnomers here, because I'm not sure. But yeah, I know. I think it was Cracked was just like the rip off. But I enjoyed both magazines when I was a kid. And of course, you have another spooky book with The Haunted House and Other Spooky Poems and Tales. Let's see, this is a scholastic book, so it's for young readers, which fits right in with me because I barely can read. This is let's see if we can find a date on this one. I'm seeing 1970, but this has to be later than 1970. Looks pretty damn good for a 1970. Well, this is, I don't know. It says 1970, but I don't know. I think I'm missing something there. I don't know if it's exactly 1970. But what's the Real Ghost one? We have a date. Yeah, the Real Ghost one is 1977 from Archway Books. At least, that's what I think it is. I'm still trying to figure out how to really date books. I know how to date tapes, at least I think I do. But of course, you always go by the most recent date. Obviously, you can't go back in time and release a book, so or a tape. What's the Mad is this is 1986 first printing. Oh, it even has it on here. First printing in May of 1986 from Warner Books, Warner Communications Company. So this is directly from the source with Warner Brothers, because Mad had the Warner Brothers licensing and distribution rights. Yeah. This was a school book as well, because it has an ad here. Attention schools, Warner Books are available at quantity discounts with bulk purchase for educational use. Yeah, educational use for Mad Magazine stuff, right? Let's see what we got. Let's get to the comments here. Larry mentions, yeah, of course, yeah, National Lampoon. I don't know why I always forget about that magazine. But when I was a kid, I never had that magazine, never got it. That might have been a little over our heads as kids. But yeah, definitely always got Mad and Cracked. Should have got National Lampoon as well. I think National Lampoon was it first? I don't know. Rob says he always thought Cracked was a spinoff. Yeah, probably. I think it is too, Rob. I really shouldn't have even said anything because I don't know. But, it is what it is. Let's see. Okay. Don says Nino did have a fun day. Good. He just saw I was watching and said, tell his pirate friend hi. Well, hi, Nino. Thank you for saying hi. That's always nice. Glad you had a good day. And hello to you as well. Ahoy, my little friend. Yeah, Larry and Don, are you guys gonna do a stream again sometime soon? You guys gonna start that show up again? That'd be cool. But I know time is of the essence, as they say, and it's hard to find time to do stuff. But hopefully that works out sometime. Let's see, what else did I find here? And there's also in thrift stores, there's always sections where I don't normally look. Like there's stuff there that I really don't care about. But there's oftentimes if I'm like walking past that section to get to another section, I actually want to look at the stuff they have. Something will catch my eye. I'm like, oh, well, I'm glad I looked here. This is at first glance just a little, cooler jug. And what caught my eye was, of course, the old Pepsi logo. And I said, oh, that's interesting. And I picked it up, realized it was a Pizza Hut relief pitcher. If you guys remember these, I vaguely remember these. These were available for purchase at Pizza Hut in the late 80s, early 90s, of course, for, to take your soda along with you, take your pop. So yeah, I had to rescue this from the bowels of the thrift store. I always like collecting old Pizza Hut merchandise. Well, really any old restaurant merchandise is cool with me. I'm never going to use this as an actual thermos thing because it's disgusting. Of course, it has the little nipple nozzle on it, which if you can't really see inside, but this is a chamber of horrors. Obviously never washed because it's kind of hard to wash these things, so you never really think to wash them. So yeah, I'm never using this as an actual cooler because it's hideous, but I do like just having it as an object. There's that. Of course, I didn't find this at a thrift store. I actually had to find this on the high seas of the internet. Certainly paid up for it, but had this original Pizza Hut draft glass with the hourglass shape. Always like that. Oh, it makes the beer taste better. But had to have this one. I mean, it wasn't cheap, but it also wasn't too expensive for what it is. I mean, this is like circa 87, so it just kind of had to have that. And believe me, if I came across that in the thrift store, I certainly would have picked it up. I would have knocked somebody out of the way to get it, but fortunately, I did not have to do that. So this time. Let's catch up on the chat here as I drink from my giant mug of beer. Oh, I'm missing some. Oh, here we go. Yeah, the relief pitcher definitely is old school, most certainly. I totally forgot about them. And I saw that. I was like, oh, wow. Like I said, what caught my eye was the old Pepsi logo. I love the old Pepsi logo. Even though I'm not a soda guy, as we talked about on the last episode of Friday Night Tape Talk with Rob and the Captain, I do enjoy the nostalgia of it because when I was a kid, obviously I was a total soda guy. So I like old logos of stuff. Oh, here's some good news. Don says, oh, the HCD. That's Horror Cat Dad. And I should be reunited on screen very soon. Things are in the works. That is good. I am very glad to hear that. Don, most certainly, I hope you get back to it soon. But of course, if you don't, I understand as well. Because things just sometimes don't work out. Time is, like, well, it's been said, time is of the essence. Yeah, like pizza joint stuff. Yeah, I like pizza joint stuff too. Rob, since you obviously know I collect restaurant ashtrays. You know what really bothers me is I never made one. At least I haven't yet to find it out there on the high seas of the internet. Pizza Hut ashtray with the 1980s Pizza Hut logo. Of course, the one that was just on the draft glass. They have one. I have one from the 70s, the original logo with the little Pizza Hut mascot guy. But not a big fan of that logo. I like the 80s logo. I wish I had one. I know it exists. I know I've seen it. I've seen it. But I haven't been able to come across a listing for it yet. So maybe one day I'll get it. Larry says, dang classic. Right there. Yeah. Hold on. Larry says, glad Nino had a fun day. Hope he got some cool stuff. Yeah, I hope he did too. I think for my 10th birthday, I remember this very, very, very well, that I got the Batmobile toy from the 1989 Batman toy line from Toy Biz. That was pretty exciting. Rob says, by the way, where the heck is my wrench? Oh, actually, that's a good point. It's always the things you forget about. Let's see if I can do this. No. No, I haven't figured that part yet out. Haven't figured that part out yet, Rob. But when I do, you'll be the first to know if you want to be a moderator. If you want that power. Yeah, you had the pitcher in the Dr. Pepper glass pitcher. Well, you had the red cups. Yeah, those red cups were something else, weren't they? Yeah, man. I remember as a kid going to Pizza Hut. What a special occasion that was. Boy, what an experience. But I'm so old that I remember going there before they had free refills. So if you got one soda, that was it. You had to make it last, man. And if you wanted more, you had to get like that clear plastic pitcher. And that was it. But no free refills. So, yeah, they eventually started doing free refills. They said, what the hell? Oh, boy, look at this. Is very friendly stuff. Nina said that send lots of hugs and ahoys to the captain. Looks like you got yourself a new fan. Well, that's always good. I love to hear that. Thank you, Don, for that opportunity. Thank you, Nino. Hug right back to you, little friend. Ahoy. Ahoy swab. Here we go. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, whoops. I knew what you meant there, Lair Bear. You had, yeah, not Dr. Pepper, Pizza Hut logo picture. Yeah, I know what you meant, buddy. Yeah. But I appreciate the clarification. Rob wants the power. Well, as I figured out, can you do it on here on the laptop, or you have to do it via the phone? Because I don't have my phone on me. Unlike you, Rob, I don't like to do shows on my phone. Or on my phone while doing shows. Just kidding. Just a little dig. If you watch the Friday Night Tape Talk with Rob McCampton, that's a funny joke. Trust me, it's funny. And Rob wants a liter of cola. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, do we serve a liter of cola? Well, I never. Yeah. So, sorry, Rob. Anyway, let's go back to thrift store scores. Another one here, just a little. I mean, it's not vintage, but it's now it's probably considered as such. But it's a little mini lunchbox, not a full size lunchbox, but just like a little hobby box. I mean, you probably could use this as a lunchbox if you have a small lunch, but it's it's aluminum. Nice Star Wars, nice A New Hope there poster. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely not, but it's not. Yeah, production date July 4th, 2014. So, excuse me. Definitely a pre-Disney acquisition. At least I think so. Is it 2004? When did they buy the rights to that shit and kind of ruin the entire franchise? But anyways, certainly before the other movies came out. At least I think so. When the hell did those other movies come out? I don't know. I don't really care. But yeah, after that, it just seemed like Star Wars just really took a big dump because now it's everywhere. It's oversaturated. I just had a conversation about this just today with a gentleman about how Star Wars is just not the same as it used to be. It used to be Star Wars was sort of not really, I don't want to say taboo, but it certainly wasn't as popularized as it is now. And it certainly wasn't as oversaturated. Like the Star Wars stuff you came across back in the day, that was it. And you had to like really, get it. Like it was like, oh man, they're talking about Star Wars. Now it's like you can find their Star Wars shirts in Walmart. There's a new Star Wars show like every 5 minutes. It's just not the same. If you're in the chat on YouTube, click the right person in the chat. Yes, it is through YouTube. Okay, thanks, Larry. Which is odd. Me and Rob and I just say we're talking about this the other day. That certain options you have to go through YouTube to do as opposed to just going right through StreamYard here, which you should be able to do. In my opinion, like here's what I'm thinking. I'm like highlighting these comments right now. And I should be able to have like the little 3-dot thing there right by the comment. I should be able to click on that, and it should give me the option right there to make so and so a moderator, but it doesn't. Instead, I got to get on my phone and go to YouTube and do it separately there. It doesn't make any sense. You know, Star Wars used to be something really special. I used to love the tape/books. What are you referring to, my friends? My friend, Star Wars, or it's okay. Yeah, Star Wars used to be something. Yeah, it did. I mean, especially like, like right after like Jedi came out. Well, I guess I should say right after the Ewok movies came out. There was like nothing. It was like just sort of a lull, and the whole franchise basically sat dormant, at least in the public spotlight. And if you needed Star Wars stuff, you had to like go back and watch the old VHS tapes, or maybe every now and again it would be a special event, and they would show the original trilogy on NBC on Sunday nights, and like that was really about it. You didn't really have anything. It wasn't until like the mid to late '90s when they started doing the special edition shit is when like, Star Wars really started to reemerge, and of course then that gave birth to the prequels, and they never looked back. But it is what it is. And after that, I mean, it was kind of like, oh, cool, Star Wars is actually getting in the spotlight, and I can find Star Wars more easily. It's always more easily accessible. And then we realized pretty quickly that that's not a good thing. But whatever. Yeah, the special editions leading up to Phantom. Absolutely right, Larry. I know. I don't know what to say about that stuff, man. I just don't. So I'm not going to. So I'm going to continue journey here through store scores. And I also always, if you have the patience in a thrift store, always look through the T-shirts as well, because I found like a bunch of really cool T-shirts like through the years, and I get them, and of course I resell them. Not for very much, usually either $1 or just for what I paid for them, just to like boost up my merchandise. Some things are just so cool. I can't help but buy them. And this you might not be able to. Well, okay, I was gonna say the lighting might not be weird, but this McDonald's T-shirt here. Not sure what's going on here. If this was an employee shirt, definitely has the old '80s logo, which I love very much. Definitely has like the design of the old cups, which is cool. I don't think. Another thing is I don't really do vintage clothing in thrift stores, because usually everything I find that's like vintage looks it, because it's like full of holes, and it looks like shit because it's so old. So I'm not sure if this is vintage. I think it's retro pop, or it's retro fitted, retro vintage, neo vintage. But still pretty cool to have. I had to pick it up, and you can always tell by the tag and the shirt if it's like this more square paper tag. It's definitely older. That doesn't necessarily mean it's old, because they still use these tags. Like if cheaper T-shirts will use this old. Usually they have like that new rectangular tag, or no tag at all, just printed on the cloth itself. So I'm not sure if this is vintage or not. Still looks vintage. Still cool to have. Still love having it. Definitely had to get it when I saw it. Let's see what else I got here. There's something that's not exactly a thrift store, because I found it at a used bookstore, but I'm still kind of counting it because I found it in the wild and it wasn't too pricey. Had to get it, man. A Betamax copy of the Ice Pirates with the book box, the MGM book box, which I'm a huge fan of. I had to get this one. Definitely the first distribution of this film. It's Betamax, but it doesn't matter. It's very, very clean. It's a X rental, because it has a Be Kind Rewind sticker there. There's no mold, nothing. I mean, even though I'm not going to know if this works or not, because I don't have a Betamax player, but it looks like it works. Oh, it looks good. So yeah, definitely had to get this. Saw it, and I was like, yep. I mean, it wasn't cheap. I mean, it was cheap enough. It wasn't like $1. It was, I think it was $4. So it was, I thought it was good. And this was like in between a bunch of like bass fishing championship tapes and like Jerry Maguire's and just really, really common stuff. And I just saw this sitting there. I was like, well, you're coming home with me. You're coming with me, is what I said. And said, come with me if you want to live. And that's exactly how that transpired. Said it out loud, and everybody was looking at me in the store, and then they called the cops. It was a good time. So I'm missing some chats here. Like I said, shirts. Yeah, I like this shirt too. Yeah, restaurant uniforms, you do come across them very, very seldomly, but they oftentimes smell awful. They smell like old grease because of course they would. I mean, I've worked in restaurants many times in my youth, in my ute, and you can wash those clothes all you want. That grease smell is just not coming out of them. It ends up smelling like dirty grease and Tide. That's what they end up smelling like, but that's the way it goes, bro. Sweet, looks good. Yeah, old grease. Yeah, old grease for sure. And at the same used bookstore, I found we were just talking about singles earlier. I'm into singles lately. I found you don't really come across them too often in the wild. At least not ones that are in good shape. And I found a couple that were worth a dang, and they were pretty cheap. We got Billy Idol's "Rock the Cradle of Love." Of course, this is featured on the soundtrack for the Adventures of Ford Fairlane, but this is not that promoted version. This is just from the album, because there was one for that movie as well. This is just for the normal album. Take a look at that again. Nice little cardboard sleeve. Good old singles, man. I always hit up Camelot Music when I was a kid. They were like $3. Spent my allowance on some tape with one song on it. Well, usually they two songs. They had a B-side, but the B-side was usually never worth a damn. Winger, Miles Away, single. Speaking of B-sides, what's on this other side of this? Oh, 311 Man, 311 Man on side B of Rock the Cradle of Love. This is from the Billy Idol album. What's it called? Charmed Life. So yeah, I think that was released in 1990. Oh, right after he had his motorcycle accident. And doesn't say what's on the B-side for the Winger one. Doesn't really matter. This is one of those black cassettes. This is Miles Away. Miles Away on both sides. So what kind of ripoff is that? You get the same song on each side, whatever. We got White Lion. Let's Get Crazy. Never been a White Lion fan, but I figured why not. You seriously don't come across singles in the wild like at all. Like I very seldom do I come across audio cassettes in the wild, let alone singles. Of course, this used bookstore is pretty good with audio cassettes. Little Fighter. This is the same thing. Just the same song on both sides. What a ripoff. I got White Snake. See, Fool for Your Lovin' and Slowpoke Music from the album Slip of the Tongue. This is from 89. 89, good year for stuff, man. Good year for wrestling, good year for music, good year for movies. And I got the last one here, Cyndi Lauper. I Drove All Night. And the B-side, Maybe He'll Know. Taken from the epic EP, A Night to Remember. Yeah, I'm not familiar with this song. And I also found this, which you never find these at all, an audio cassette cleaner. Dry cleaner, not a dry cleaner, but a dry cleaner. It means it doesn't need the liquid. So this always handy to have. Always handy to have head cleaners, no matter what. So that's groovy stuff, I think. I like it. I like it. I don't care what you think. But yes. All right, what do I want to get to next? Well, I think it's about time we hear from our sister station, VHS Radio, WVHS FM. Let's see if we can tune it in. See if we see what they got to tell us today. Let's check it out. See if we can get the right frequency going on here. Let's see. Everything's about right. And yeah, we're good. Let's go.
VHS Radio. Chime time. 8:37. I hope you all are enjoying the smooth, silky music I'm providing you with this evening. But let's take a look at the community events calendar. Coming up this Saturday at the Piccanos Fire Hall is the Big Piccanos Volunteer Fire Company Spaghetti Feed. Yes, all proceeds will benefit the Piccanos Volunteer Fire Company. They need some new equipment, so go on down, eat some spaghetti, and help them get more hose. And coming up this Sunday at the Hamilton Fairgrounds is the 3rd annual McClintock Bluegrass Festival. There'll be lots of vendors, lots of food, and all the bands will sound the same. So if you wanted to hear the song Wagon Wheel 27 times in one day, then this place is for you. Yes, go on down and be surrounded by girls who have a smell you just can't put your finger on, but you probably could put your finger in. That's the 3rd annual McClintock Bluegrass Festival at the Hamilton Fairgrounds this Sunday. Be there.
VHS Radio.
The weather tonight's going to be mostly clear with a high of 87. Still pretty humid. In fact, I would advise against wearing any clothes. Don't worry, you can always buy another chair. Let's get right back into the music now with a triple shot. Yes, a big old power pack of smooth, solid gold. Here on VHS Radio Smooth Hits for your VHS picks.
Right on the corner of Route 25 and get it with Boulevard.
0% financing and you don't make your first payment.
Oh, we lost the feed. Oh, well, that happens. I am on a pirate ship. Trying to capture radio waves is kind of difficult sometimes. Yeah. Larry's a big fan of Chewy Charlie Fingers. So am I. Who isn't? What a guy. What a guy. All right. Well, let's see here. I want to show off something that I'm very proud of. About 2 years, no, it was last year, I came across a sale on the high seas of the internet, a popular internet shopping site. It was a deal that I really couldn't pass up. It was a huge lot. Huge lot of Japanese wrestling VHS. Some of them are New Japan Wrestling. Some of them are all Japan Pro Wrestling. And it was like the price was right. I was like, oh my God, I got to get this stuff. So it was like 35 tapes, like different events. Now I've sold a lot of them, so I'm not going to show you 30 tapes. I'm not going to make you sit through this. And plus, most of these don't have any English on them whatsoever. The tapes, I watched them. They're not dubbed. It's all Japanese, so it's a great time. I always encourage people, get yourself a Japanese Pro Wrestling VHS tape, undubbed. Take a bunch of edibles and just watch it and have a great time. It's a good time, and I encourage that. So the first here, I really don't know what these are. Some of these, like I said, do not have any English on them whatsoever, if at all. So I don't know what event this is, but there's that. These are from about 94, some are from 92, some are from 96, some are as old as 2001. They do have the dates on them. There is the dates on them in the running time, 65 minutes. And this is VAP video, VAP video, and nice hard shell, nice clamshell there. All these are very, very high quality tapes. They're all printed on, most of them are Fuji. Of course, they're all Fuji tapes, right? But they're all very, very high quality tapes, which means they're going to last a very, very long time. You can take a look there. A lot of kanji, man. I really don't know what to tell you about these. I wish I had more information on them, but there is nothing unless I learn Japanese. But yes, this is All Japan Pro Wrestling 30 is all it says, from 95. Just a good time. And of course, a lot of them have North American wrestlers under contract with them too, so a lot of you can recognize some of the wrestlers in these, but not many. So that's one that I don't see anybody in this that I recognize. We have another one here, All Japan Pro Wrestling from VIP Video, 1995. Yeah, I really don't know what this is from, man. I can't tell you. So this is only going to be so interesting because I really have no information on this. Just a lot of kanji, and but still just a great watch. Of course, Japanese wrestling a little bit different than North American wrestling, because Japanese pro wrestling, of course, is known for being what they call strong style or stiff. So like the action is like really intense, and it's, it gives you more of a sports feel. Like it's more of a sport than it is a show, which I enjoy. I enjoy either way. So yeah, so there's that, and then we have this one with the horizontal layout. Still have no idea what's going on. But, at least they tried. Oh, this is a 95 minutes. Nothing on this, man. Just for the time length. That's all it is. It looks like it's some kind of tournament. That's all I can say. Of course, the tape does not help whatsoever. There's Kanji City. Of course, it would be because it's Japanese. And let's see here. Try to narrow this down the best I can. This one, I know some of them I have features the Road Warriors and Vader and Dr. Death Steve Williams and the Steiner Brothers. This one does not, though. This is another All Japan. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. It's still fun to watch. Doesn't matter. Oh, wrestling's a universal language. You don't need it. You don't need language. Breaking down the barriers. Just Kanji City, man. Kanji City. And again, these are just really high quality tapes. I'm really happy. This is probably one of the better lots I've purchased on this particular internet shopping site. Again, this one you can't really see in the picture, but this one features Dr. Death Steve Williams right there. He's in this one. Again, no clue what this is. This is only 40 minutes. It's from 94. Just a lot of really intense action in these, man. We have a more recent one, the 2003 New Year's Giant Series Part 1. I don't see anybody I recognize on the back. I think Muda's in this. Great Muda might be in this one. Yeah, man, I don't know. Nothing I can tell you. This is All Japan. Valis home video, different company. But yeah. So, I'm just happy to have them, man. It's good stuff. What's going on, Anthony? Anthony's here. Hello, Anthony. I'm doing fine, my friend. Thank you for asking. Thank you for checking in. And this thing is... And the guy that sold them, he didn't know either. It was just... he didn't know what they were either. He just said, oh, yeah. Japanese Pro Wrestling VHS, either All Japan or New Japan Pro Wrestling. It's a little mixed a bunch, but there's another one. Again, I really like these. The clamshells are in very, very sleek clamshell, very, very functional, and of course they do play. They are NSTC, whatever the hell it is, because Japan used the same model format that North America did. So no pals here. Oh, they're all my pals. You're all my pals. Here's one of a different kind of clamshell, more Disney clamshell, kind of like kids movie clamshell, sort of. This is something from '89, Part 1 from the Tokyo Dome. This is a Video Pack Nippon company packing a video. A nice purple label. You probably can't see the color very well, but it's a nice purple label. Who's in this? Anybody I recognize in this? Yeah, I think, Vader's in this. Yeah, Vader's right there. He's got a different mask. That's Vader. And this isn't the one where he fought Sam, what the hell's his name? The guy poked his eye out in the ring and he had to put it back in. Not that one. But yeah, they definitely, you can sense a theme here. It's just a bunch of stuff you really can't understand what it is, but wrestling, just a lot of stuff here. And, well, it's just fun stuff. This Giant Baba's in this one. I know Giant Baba. He's a giant, very famous Japanese wrestler. Dr. Death Steve Williams is in this one as well. All Japan. He's right there on the cover. Right there on the cover, giving somebody the what for. But yeah, if you're not familiar with Japanese pro wrestling, definitely check it out. There's plenty out there on the interwebs to look for. It's definitely interesting. It's definitely different than what you're used to here in the North America style of wrestling. Here's one. Got Vader right on the cover without his mask. So that's always cool. Yeah. Vader loved working Japan. He's just beating the shit out of somebody right there. Great stuff, man. Well, this actually does have some English on it. Features Vader, Kenta Kobashi, Masaru Masawa, Steve Williams. That's about it, really. Good stuff, man. Yeah. Of course, these, if you watched Rob's channel, Rob did an unboxing video, and he was kind enough. Oh my God! And he was kind enough to have me on, and I showed off these. Just something I just had them, and these I thought these were interesting. This is Battle Formation '96 Part 2 from the Tokyo Dome. A very, very interesting case. It's like a clamshell because it opens up as a clamshell, plastic clamshell, almost like a rental clamshell. But, however, the strange part about it is, if I can get it back together, is it comes out at the top. Yeah, like it just kind of sits in there it's just like a little cartridge, and it like comes out the top, and there's a little plastic sleeve, and very, very interesting. Never seen anything like this before. Just very, very interesting. The same thing here. These are obviously ex-rentals in whatever store this was from over in Japan. This is how they did their rentals. Again, the same thing, like this little top-loading clamshell, which, if you watched the Rob show the other day, you've seen these, but I've never seen anything like this before or since. So yeah, whatever event this is from '94. That's all I can tell you. And there's a Great Muta. Great Muta's in this one. With is that Ron Simmons? No, it's not Ron Simmons. Yeah, good stuff. Ultimate Dragons in this one. So yeah, some familiar faces, but the rest of them, no, not so much. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. So that's about it. I mean, I have a couple more, but it's like the same thing. They're just like different pictures. You can't read what they are. I don't know what they are. Just good stuff. Glad to have them, though. Glad to really have them. All right, man. So this brings us to our nice little segment here, another segment that I very much enjoy doing. We're going to take a look at some weird ads. Of course, marketing has always been a very strange landscape, and, a lot of ads from the past seem very, 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 very strange. And, of course, so do the products that they're endorsing. So here we go. Let's do odd ads of the past.
Captain Adam's Happy Hour presents Odd Ads of the Past.
And today, not so much, I wouldn't say they're odd, more like just the product was odd enough, and it certainly had a lot of stigma on the product. And we're talking about Spam, which I don't remember when we got started, but I know it was like, because it's potted meat, and it's just like a meat byproduct, and it really, it helped out a lot of people, because it was during the time where meat wasn't too plentiful. It was during, I think it was World War II. And so, yeah, Spam really helped out a lot of people. I'm not discounting Spam. I'm not a fan of Spam, but I know, like, just the word itself, Spam, just gives people a lot of icky feelings. It sounds icky, for one, and it's so icky, in fact, that when you get like junk mail via email or any kind of junk mail through the internet, they call it spam. So it's like Spam certainly has a negative connotation on it, but I know a lot of people do enjoy Spam. So I decided to do some Spam ads this week for odd ads of the past, and let's see if I can find some interesting ones for you to peruse and make your own decisions on how odd or disgusting they are. Let's see. Even the term potted meat just kind of makes me sort of weird. Just sounds weird, dude. Okay, where the heck? Again, if you watched last week's show, my computer asked me if I want to put these in certain folders, but then completely ignores my commands and just puts them wherever they want. So I have to peruse these and see where the heck they are. I put my spam ads. Where's my spam ads? You shouldn't even say spam ads, because it makes it sound like, spam ads, right? Let's see, camera roll. Let me see. Doop, doop, doop. No, this is going to be ridiculous, isn't it? This is going to be tricky, folks. Hold on 1 second. Un momento, por favor. Where on earth did they go? All my spam ads. Where are my spam ads? Bunch of shit. Anyways, spam, and of course there was plenty of knockoffs for spam. It's just the whole thing gets a little disgusting, and just thinking about it. But I know, I remember eating spam as a kid and not minding it too much. But I just haven't had the courage to go back. I just haven't. I just can't do that. Man, I wish this computer is just terrible. All right, what the hell are these? Yeah, that camera roll. No. See, is it in this one? Doesn't look like it at all. Thanks for bearing with me, folks. Just stay right there. Doesn't appear that these things are here, and that's a shame. Even though it said it was in these files, it's not in these files. What a bunch of baloney. Save pictures. Isn't the same pictures? Save pictures, maybe save pictures. Where's my spam pictures? Oh, for heaven's sakes, folks. What a bunch of shit. Oh, well, let's see. Not that you wanted to see spam pictures. I mean, this might be a blessing in disguise. But a lot of them were ads that were just ads that, they were ads for like recipes, like weird recipes too, like pineapple upside down cake with spam in it. Which, I mean, I don't know. You might think that sounds okay, but I don't know if it is. I really don't. And I want to say it's not. No, I think this is going to be difficult, folks. My computer is certainly not cooperating with me. I don't like it at all. It's not making me happy, but you guys make me happy out there. I'm glad you're hanging in with me. But, you save it to pictures, and when you go to pictures, well, it's not there. How about that? Not that one either. What in the world? Well, we're having some technical issues here, folks, with this. I really wanted to show you a bunch of spam ads, but obviously the computer is thinking otherwise. So I guess I won't be able to show them to you tonight. I'm sorry. A lot of recipes like scalloped potatoes and spam, which actually doesn't sound too bad, but the pictures they use, I wish you could see it. But obviously this isn't going to happen right now. I'm a little upset about this, to tell you the truth. This is not how I wanted this show to go. Oh, I wanted you to see my spam. Damn. Documents. It was in documents. No, I saved it in the damn. Oh, what a bunch of rubbish. Bloody rubbish. What would be in that file? Appreciate you guys hanging out and watching me cuss all over my computer. This might actually be the last happy hour I do, because it just isn't working too well. Really, it should be right there. I mean, I don't know why this is so difficult. All right, we might have to forego odd ads of the past this week and just kind of go next time, because this is crap. This isn't working. Damn. Yeah, let me see one more thing here. Custom files. Files. Maybe it's in that one. I don't think I made much of a difference. Really glad you guys tuned in to watch me fight with my computer. Very nice of you. I wouldn't have it any other way. I love you guys very much. What did I say? I'm getting close to this. Nah. All right, that's enough. Obviously, at the risk of ruining the show, I can't find the damn files. So whatever. Odd ads of the past. Yeah. Weird ad, spam and eggs. I don't like spam. Of course, that's a very famous. That obviously, the Monty Python sketch certainly put spam on the map as well. Spam ads are acting up. Yeah, not the best, not the worst either. Yeah, there's a lot of spin-offs too. I wish you could see it, but there was a Treat. Then there was a Prem, just like this weird meat product, and I came across this ad for canned hamburgers. That's very interesting. Canned hamburgers, not the best thing. Certainly not the most. It was right, Rob. I wish you could see the picture. Damn it, where are these pictures at? Well. Rubbish, absolute rubbish. Odd ads of the past segment this week. Oh, maybe I'll do it again next week when I figure out how to use this shit. It shouldn't be that hard, but believe me, my computer made it hard. Oh, my computer made it hard. Yep. Rubbish. Absolute tosh. Yeah, sorry. Well, let's just pretend that we watched it, and we'll watch the intro video again.
Captain Adam's Happy Hour presents Odd Ads of the Past.
Yeah, we can just pretend we saw it. Bunch of spam ads. Whatever, whatever. Yeah, Larry, canned hamburgers. Yeah, I wish I could show you the picture of it, but no. Yep, canned hamburgers. Believe it or not, believe it or else. Yeah, canned hamburgers. I bet you they're great. Ugh, God. Pizza beer. Refresh my memory on that. Is it beer that tastes like pizza or pizza that tastes like beer? Either way, I don't know if I'm too on board with that idea. Because that just sounds really weird. I want to say it's pizza that tastes like beer. I think I sort of remember you talking about that. The thing is about if you talked about it on Friday Night Tape Talk with Rob and the Captain, we're pretty couple sheets to the wind by the time we do that show. So I might not remember everything you say with that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Not that one either. Yeah, sorry, folks. Technical issues here. Whoops. No, it's not what I want either. Just forget it. It smelled like basil and tasted horrible. Oh, yeah. Basil in a liquid form. I don't know about that. That sounds weird. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't mind basil, but that's a little much. You know what I mean? A little much. What a shame. What a shame. Yeah. I've never been so disappointed not to show you guys pictures of spam in my life. But obviously that's just in the cards. Not in the cards tonight, folks. That's all right. That's all right. Not a very good happy hour, but it's okay. They can't all be winners. That's about it. Well, guess I'm just going to wrap her up then. I didn't have that planned, but this is a skunk. So I appreciate you guys hanging in there. I appreciate you tuning in. And let's see what else we're going to show you here. Did I show you anything else? Let's see a word from our sponsors.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by Captain Adams VHS Pirate Ship. Join the crew and set sail on the high seas of VHS collecting. Captain Adams VHS Pirate Ship. And by Slop House Tattoos on the corner of North and Main and East Hamilton. Ask them about their Refer a Friend program. And for a limited time only, get a 25% off mail-in rebate with proof of any blood infection. Proper medical documentation required. Slop House Tattoos for your next mistake.
Captain Adams Happy Hour.
Yes, folks. Well, that's about going to bring it to a close for today's Captain Adams Happy Hour. I think there's something just went haywire with my files, and it just did not upload properly. But that's, that's the way she goes, Cap. Sometimes it happens. Oh, there's always next week, folks. Hopefully there'll be a next week. Maybe I won't do this show anymore. I don't know. Yes, Larry, thank you for stopping by. Always a pleasure to hang out with you as well. Mo Frere. And yeah, spam ads are not always good times. Yeah, it's always interesting because spam is weird. Like, you see spam ads. Usually you're going to think of like unwanted email and just spam, spam ads as we think of them. But spam ads used to be like commercials for spam, obviously. And through the 60s and 50s and 60s, there were a lot of ads that had like recipe suggestions, and all of them just looked like hideous. It looked like Klingon food. Because there was one of the pictures I was going to show you was it's called the Spam and Lima casserole. And it was just a bowl of lima beans with slices of spam sticking in it. That's all it was. And I don't know if that was supposed to be appetizing looking or not, but that's what it was. And then of course spam and beans, and then I saw one where it was like spam cubes and like peach halves, like halved peaches, like it was like with sugar on top, like it was a dessert. Like, what? Why would you do that? So maybe next week, maybe there was something wrong with the files. I don't know, but I don't want to talk about it anymore. Me and my computer are going to have a long chat next week. So maybe next week we'll get to the spam ads, but it is not this day. So I appreciate everybody stopping by, and I hope you all take care out there. And please hit subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. I'm sure you have, judging by the chat. But if you haven't, if you're watching this later, if you managed to make it this far in the show, please hit subscribe, and I would appreciate that. And everybody out there, I will see you Friday night on Rob's Video for Friday Night Tape Talk with Rob and the Captain right there over on Rob's Video right here on YouTube. In fact, let's hear again from it. I don't care if you like it or not.
Friday Night Tape Talk with Rob and the Captain. The live stream with the Dream Team.
As much as we like to scoff at Disney tapes here on the show, we do, of course, have Disney tapes in our collections. It's unavoidable in any VHS collection. And
Sure we do.
Yep, sure you do. I, of course, went into the Black Diamond thing myth as well, but not. I got this for $0.25, and I always thought Sword in the Stone was more of an underrated Walt Disney cartoon, because I'm always a big fan of sword and sorcery stuff, and this reeks of sword and sorcery. I mean, it's.
Oh yeah.
I think it's a great cartoon. Loved this as a kid, and now I have the Black Diamond, which is worth thousands of dollars apparently. Go fuck yourself.
Hopefully, yeah. I wish.
Live stream with the Dream Team. The live stream with the Dream Team. Rob from Rob's Vintage Video and Captain Adam from Captain Adam's VHS Pirate Ship. The live stream with the Dream Team. The live stream with the Dream Team.
The Dream Team. The Dream Team.
Friday Night Tape Talk with Rob and the Captain. Live and in living color, baby. TGIF like wow.
Wow, wow, wow.
Total Tape-O-Rama. Rama. Friday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern on Rob's Vintage Video on YouTube. Friday Night Tape Talk with Rob and the Captain.
Yeah, so I will see you, all you kind people, Friday night over on Rob's Vintage Video. with Friday Night Tape Talk with Rob and the Captain. It's going to be a good time. So thank you for tuning in. Sorry the show didn't go as well as I'd hoped. I got to look into those file things. I don't know what happened. Maybe they were corrupt. They were like politicians. They were corrupt. They were corrupted files. But yes, I will see everybody Friday. Thank you for tuning in. Take care out there. Don't let your meatloaf. And please go with God and stay positive in all things, my friends. I'll see you next time. And we'll see you next time right here on Captain Adams VHS Pirate Ship. Thank you very much, and bye.
Captain Adams Happy Hour. This has been Captain Adams Happy Hour, right here on Captain Adams VHS Pirate Ship. Thank you for watching, and remember, all panties are edible if you try hard enough. Captain Adams Happy Hour.